Of course, mine's not too shabby either, Tom. It's good to be here. At my age, it's good to be anywhere. That was a joke.
Christopher Walken is one of the most iconic actors of all time. He got his start back in the 1950s as a television actor and eventually transitioned into films in the 1970s. He has since been in way too many films to name and has numerous awards and nominations to his credit. His achievements in entertainment are undeniable, but it's his distinct mannerisms and eccentric personality that makes him a cultural icon. Being such a colorful character with so much fame, Walken is the perfect target for impersonators, and there hasn't been a shortage of people who gave their shot at impersonating the legendary actor. From actors to comedians, the list of people attempting to sound like Walken is endless. Nonetheless, we did our best to narrow down the top 5 impressions of Christopher Walken. Coming in at number 5 is Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper played a supporting role in Wedding Crashers alongside Walken. The movie was a major hit, and Cooper relishes about the time he got to spend with Walken as he mastered his impressions.
First time I met Christopher Walken was in the makeup chair, and he was talking. Oh, one thing he told me was like, your hair is like, what you have to do to maintain your hair is keep rubbing it all the time. Yeah, fingers in your hair is great.
Because he's not the normal guy who's like, hey, how you doing? It's not like that. He just sort of sits there in the makeup chair and he's like, pineapple. I like to eat it. And I'm like,
Coming in at number 4 is Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is a veteran actor who was an understudy of Walken in the early 90s. Spending so much time learning and watching Walken gave Spacey a nice advantage to learn his mannerisms.
Well, you know... He's just stoned, you know. You gotta forgive him, you know. He's crazy that way.
Oh, Billy, come on. It's wrong of you to put me on the spot here in front of all these people tonight. It's wrong. I like that. I'm upset.
Coming in at number 3 is Jay Mohr. Jay Mohr starred in the 1997 movie Suicide Kings with Christopher Walken. His Walken impressions became so good that he started adding it to his stand-up.
I know everybody asks you to do it.
Wow, I'll jump and beat you to the punch.
See?
It's good that you're here. 101 ESPN St. Louis ABC is one that follows really no pattern at all.
Coming in at number 2 is Kevin Pollak. Comedian Kevin Pollak has early ties to Christopher Walken, dating back to the 1993 hit Wayne's World 2. Since then, Pollak has literally made a career out of impersonating Christopher Walken. Most of his stand-up bits and appearances have him either impersonating or telling a story about Walken.
Trick or treat? That's a damn good question. Quite the conundrum, little dudes. Having said that, my young costumed friends, as fate would have it, I too have a question. Which one of you little jerks can guess what I've buried under my house?
And finally, coming in at number 1 is Nolan North. Even though Kevin Pollak might be generally known as the best Christopher Walken impressionist, when it comes down to it, Nolan North takes it. When there's a need to fill Christopher Walken's actual voice for a movie role for a discounted price, Nolan North gets the unaccredited nod from Hollywood.
Films where you have to fill in, sometimes they're not available and they're too expensive, so they get the cheap schmuck to come down and say a few lines. Something like here when they're down low. You gotta do it, Creasy. You don't have to do this. Sometimes I dream I have claws. And I'm slashing at cactuses and other vegetation, whatnot.
So that's it for this video, so click this link right here and have a few more laughs with us. We'll see you there.